Right, it's not a Super Tourer, it's a Mirage. But don't worry, your eyes aren't cheating you. It is John Henderson and it is Paul Morris. And yes, they will be racing in the Mitsubishi Mirages here at Mallala. Interesting lineup. Luff will lead them off, first spot on the grid. John Henderson sitting second. Paul Morris third, then Evans, Brock, Nesbitt and Luff. And they are set on the grid. Away they go. This, Cam, will be an interesting race.
Well, I've been looking forward to this one, I can tell you, Mark. You can see Henderson there at 99 on the inside. What a touch between he and Luff into turn one. This will be an exciting race, no doubt about that.
Okay, it's interesting, I guess, for Warren Luff because he's really had this class very much to his own during the course of the year. All of a sudden, he's got two big gun drivers in there really putting the heat on.
Well, they certainly have. Look at that. They forced him right out into the boonies. So Henderson pushed him wide. Morris got up on the inside, and Luff's been relegated back to, looks like, fourth position in its turn two.
Three wide into turn two, and Henderson, oh, they're wide again. This is wild stuff.
Well, it's Luff again in the yellow car. Looks like Luff and I think John Henderson tangled there again on the exit. Three wide down the back straight. They're into it on the opening lap.
Oh, look at this. Three wide through the corner. Amazing action. I wonder if Warren Luff should have fitted the off-road tyres, Cam, today.
Well, that has to be the worst start I've seen for a long time. I mean, and really wasn't Warren's fault. He's off the road again. He got checked at the start. John Henderson slipped up the inside, pushed him wide, and he just couldn't get back to the inside of the road. So Warren Luff's about midfield now.
Of course, all these cars are identical, so it really comes down to driving skill. There's no great speed advantage between the teams.
No, they're all on a controlled tyre. Look at Paul Morris there leading him through, and they're all on a controlled tyre. They're all very, very even. Paul Morris and John Henderson driving as guest drivers in the Rally Art cars, and Morris leading from Evans there in car 11 in second.
Well, Paul Morris loves it out in front. That's where he is at the moment. The question is, can Evans or can Henderson or can Luff get up there and give Paul Morris a bit of a challenge? Oh, there's more action.
That's Henderson, is it? And Nesbitt tangling. So you can tell John Henderson doesn't own this car, Mark, because he's been in all battles at the start of this race, and he has all year in the Super Tourer.
Paul Morris still leading them. Going through there is car number 21 of Richard Luff, the Hobson Engineering Mitsubishi Mirage. But our leader so far is still Paul Morris. Taking a look there at Michael Brock, car number 88, and alongside him is John Henderson in the Sutherland Mitsubishi Mirage.
Well, Hendo now has a fair bit of work to do, and this is perfect for Morris up in front, as he's used to leading the races here at Mallala. There he is, comfortably sitting it up on two wheels. Now, I spoke to Paul earlier, and he says he absolutely loves these cars. He said he's can't get the grin off his face, having a time of his life, enjoying crashing a little Mirage. And there's Dean Evans, and Warren Luff has closed up, headlights ablaze. These two have raced quite close all year. Dean Evans is the editor of Fast Fours and Rotaries magazine, and loves his racing. And of course, Warren Luff, the championship leader, has a hard road ahead of him now.
What's interesting, Paul Morris out in front there enjoying the drive. Meantime, these two are doing all they can to try and catch up to him. And Warren Luff will not be very happy about giving up his domination in this series to Paul Morris, who's just dropped in for one day.
Well, Luff's on charge, I can tell you, Mark. He's got, whoa, look at this, Dean Evans right up onto the back bumper. He's pushing him along up the back straight. That's probably going to help Warren, provided he doesn't turn him hard right into the sand or into the grass there. But Dean Evans loses one spot to Warren Luff on his charge back through the field.
This next group being led by car number 30, Warren Bailey, out in front. Pretty fierce action. Richard Luff is back there as well. And the Mirage as well. What a great driving competition. The car, the same for everyone, same tyre, and it's a race of driving skill.
Well, they all turn up with a helmet too. They're all prepared by mechanics through Rally Art and Mitsubishi. And we go back to the action. Henderson and Dean Evans. So Hendo's now found a way through, but Evans isn't going to give up. He's right in there under the back bumper. So quite an aggressive driver, Dean Evans. He doesn't want to give up without a fight, and Hendo now has to try and latch onto the back of Warren Luff.
So we've got the big three up the front. Warren Luff sitting in second place, the man who leads this series. The leader is Paul Morris, who's dropped in for the day from the Super Tourers, and the man coming third, likewise, John Henderson, also from the Super Touring class.
Well, look, Evans is driving really quickly now. He dropped off Warren Luff, but he's not giving up. If he can latch onto the back of Henderson, he may be able to find another way past, but Hendo now needs to focus on Luff. But it is a great series. About $45,000 investment to get on the grid. That's for the whole season, and at the end of the season, you own the car. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing depends on your year, I suppose.
Probably depends if John Henderson's been driving your car by the look of it.
Well, even Paul Morris there, look, the front bumper hanging off, and here comes Warren Luff, a little nervous under brakes now. Warren's had a few excursions, so I don't know how the condition of that car is, but he's still absolutely driving it flat out. He'd love to beat Paul Morris.
Well, this is the final round of the year for the Mitsubishi Mirages. Warren Luff will wrap up the series, but still one big race to go, and they are coming down towards the checkered flag.
Looks like Paul Morris is comfortable now. He's going to take this win. A little bit of an incident in the first corner, so it'll be interesting to see what they say after this race. But Paul Morris, first race in the Mirage Series, and he's won it.
The checkered flag to Morris, Warren Luff in second, and here comes John Henderson to take third. Let's check the results. Morris in a tight one from Luff and Henderson, then Evans, Nesbitt, Brock, and Luff down the bottom there in 7th place. Back with more after this.